pairings are brought to you by Liquor Plus. Discover the plus.
I'm sure you're wondering what would be the ideal complement to our meal. Well, to help us choose is Andrea from Red Rooster Winery. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So I'm really interested to know what you would choose because the chicken pan, sheet pan dinner is really flexible. Over here I have something with rich earthy flavors, mushrooms, onions, that kind of thing. And then this one I did sort of a tangy Greek twist, cherry tomatoes, fresh herbs. So I'm hoping there's a wine that can go with both.
Yeah, well, I've chosen our Sur Lie Chardonnay.
Okay.
So this Chardonnay is special because Sur Lie means on the lees. Okay. So when they fermented the grapes, the sediment that formed in the bottom of the barrels from the grape skins, the grape seeds, the grape stems, they actually left it in when they aged the wine. So you'll find this wine has a little more depth than a lot of white wines. It's got a little bit of a creamy flavor, a lot of bright fruit as well, which I think would pair perfectly with both of these dishes.
Right, so this is like a heavier, richer white wine that might pair with heavier flavors, but still pairs well with chicken?
Exactly, yeah,
okay,
that's right.
Let me try this out, Ooh, that's really nice.
Isn't that good?
You're right, and it doesn't taste oaky.
No, so only 5% of the grapes were finished in oak barrels.
Okay.
The rest was done in stainless steel.
Okay.
So you almost don't taste the oak at all.
Yeah, that's not a traditional Chardonnay. I really like it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to try this with our meal. Please help yourself.
Thank you.
You've got the Greek one. We might have to trade though.
Okay.
I'll have to try this with the wine. Well done.
Oh yeah.
So where's Red Rooster? Where's this winery?
So we're located in the Naramata Bench, just above Penticton in the Okanagan. It's been around since 1990, so really well-established winery, established vines. And as you can see, we have lots of different varietals to choose from.
Right, and you grow all your own grapes?
Exactly.
So it's a VQA winery?
It is definitely a VQA winery, yeah.
And a BC VQA winery.
That's right, exactly.
And also, I've noticed actually, because I'd seen it before in the liquor store, but I noticed there's a label change.
Yes, we did a label change in the last year or so. We're now concentrating on the terroir and the wine making practices instead of the rooster.
Okay,
so we've
yeah,
changed
it's
it.
a cleaner label, like brighter. I really like being able to see, you know, the terroir on there.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about this Sur Lie? I haven't actually heard of that before. That I didn't know that they ever
So it's
brewed it with the sediment inside.
Exactly. So it's a wine term. It's French for meaning on the lees, which means, I mean, basically you're leaving the sediment from the fermentation in the tanks when you age the wine.
Right.
Usually you would strain that away or filter it.
Is that? But I mean, is that very common?
I mean, it's probably more common in France. That's an old French practice.
Right.
It's just it's something to do to give the wine a little more depth, a little more body. Like I said, those creamy bread flavors kind of come through a little
Do
more.
they ever do it with red wine or just with white?
More whites, I would say.
Yeah, okay. And is Chardonnay the most typical grape that they would do that with?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually a lot of champagnes they do that with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess because it would help like with the fermentation.
Exactly,
And
yeah, on the flavors, for sure. A little more.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.